Hi, everybody. My name is Barb Steinberg. I am a parent coach and a teen life coach for girls and a speaker on teen girl issues. I wanted to talk to you today about a topic that I've heard several times over the years that I've been working with teen girls, both from the girls themselves and from parents, about girls developing their sexual identity and exploring who they are sexually and who they're attracted to. I recently had a coaching call with some parents, and they have a 13-year-old daughter, and they were very scared and very worried and upset by recent events in seeing their daughter change in terms of her clothing and makeup and who she's hanging out with and what she's watching on her social media sites like TikTok, for example. And they were really concerned about feeling like that she was being influenced by her friends, by these TikTok videos, being influenced to be a lesbian when they felt like she wasn't a lesbian. And it was really worrisome to them. When I asked them what their fears were, they were afraid that she was becoming something that she isn't. They were afraid that she was being influenced to be something that she's not, and that she was going to be made fun of or ostracized or judged or left out because of these current choices. Afraid that it was going to change her mental and emotional state by watching, in their mind, when they were looking at the TikTok videos that she was watching, the people in the videos, the teenagers, looked really sad to them and unhappy. And they were worried that that was going to influence their own daughter's mental health and her own emotional state. So a lot of fear, and I really, really felt for them because they were just so afraid of what was going to become of their daughter and what her life was going to be like. So one of the things we talked about is that during adolescence, and their daughter at the age of 13 was brand new to adolescence. So she's brand new to one of the most important developmental tasks during adolescence, which is identity. Who am I? And a huge part of identity is our sexual lives, is who am I attracted to? What kinds of people am I attracted to? What genders am I attracted to? And their daughter was brand new to opening up to that world and opening up to those ideas and exploring herself. And now in today's world, our teens have lots of different avenues to explore, using social media as one. And so we talked about, the developing brain of an adolescent, that part of the brain where sexuality lives begins to kind of light up. And that's why when we are 12 and 13, and maybe even younger for some or older for others, brains change at different rates. Puberty happens for different people at different rates. But it lights up, it comes on board, and that's why, I know when I was in 6th grade, I started to notice boys and thought about having a boyfriend and wanting to kiss boys or hold hands with boys. So everybody has a response. At some point in their life, they begin to figure out like, hey, I think I want to feel close to someone and I want to be physical with someone. And so their daughter at 13 her brain was beginning to light up. She was beginning to kind of think about this and explore this. And she was wondering and feeling like she might be a lesbian. And her parents were feeling like that wasn't true. And so we talked about, and this was really hard, I think, to even hear about, taking a breath and slowing down a little bit and remembering that who we were at 13 is not who we were at 15 or 17 or 20 or 25 and so on. So because her daughter is in a state of exploring right now, that doesn't necessarily mean that who she thinks she is in this moment is who she is going to end up being. Or it could mean that, in fact, she is a lesbian and she is attracted to girls. She's exploring that. She's figuring it out. So that was one thing, to kind of allow her daughter the space and the time to discover who she is and who she's attracted to sexually. The other was addressing kind of their fear around the influence of TikTok and worried about their daughter's mental emotional state. And so, the knee-jerk reaction as parents when we become afraid is we want to stop the fear. We want to get back to being comfortable. And so we want to stop whatever we think is causing the fear. And so in their mind, they're thinking, we got to take this girl's phone away. No more TikTok. She can't hang out with this friend anymore, who the friend believes that she's a lesbian, and they believed that her friend was influencing her. So the knee-jerk reaction is to shut it all down, close all the doors. Let's keep ourselves safe so that we don't have to feel so afraid. And so we talked about the idea of, you could do that. You could take TikTok away from her. And eventually, in this world of technology and phones and social media, she's eventually either going to have access to it through friends. She's going to, do everything she can to get access to it, lie, steal. She is going to probably get it eventually, if not today. And she's probably going to be super angry at you if you take away TikTok, which could potentially impact your relationship and her being open with you. And we really talked about this being such an important time of connection. Her daughter's 13. She's just starting the whole puberty process and the self-identity process. And that's a really important time where you do need your parents. And you need to know that they're available and they're open and that they are willing to listen and they're willing to let you explore and talk about your thoughts and feelings while they sit and listen and preferably provide a non-judgmental place. So we talked about, yes, that is a road you can take. You can take away the phone, you can take away TikTok, you can do that and you can try and see how that goes. And another option is you also could talk to her about TikTok and your fears and be really transparent with her about, when I look on your TikTok feed and I see what you're viewing, it kind of worries me. And it worries me because I'm seeing these kids that look pretty unhappy and they look pretty sad. And I guess my fear is that the more you watch that you might begin to emulate them and you might begin to want to be like them and might be more sad or more unhappy. And that really worries me for you because I know you to be a happy person, a person who likes people, a person who connects easily with people. So you see where I'm going with this. I gave them some language that they could use in their own words, of course, those were my words. But to be transparent and open, this is what I'm noticing, this is what I'm seeing, this is what my worry is. What do you think about the TikToks that you're watching? So we want it to be an open back and forth dialogue rather than a talking to, leading with curiosity and asking questions so that you can understand, what do you like about the people that you follow on TikTok? Tell me about these new clothes that you're getting from the thrift store. What do you like about them? Tell me about the new makeup eyeliner that you're wearing. Oh, it's a new look for you. What made you decide to do that? So leading with curiosity so that you can understand where she's coming from. Why is this something that's important to her right now? What is she attracted to in these videos or these people or these things? So you want to learn a little bit more about her so that you can understand her motivation and her drive behind it. And that can help you to lead with some compassion and hopefully alleviate some of your fears. So this is a big topic that we could talk about for so long, but I just wanted to give you some insight into maybe coming at this experience with your teens a little bit differently and hoping that it will alleviate some of the fear so that you can open up some of the conversation and maintain the connection that you have with your girls while they're exploring who they are. And if you find that it's too hard to manage your own fears, and I was talking to this mom because she was just so upset and so sad by it. And I said, what if you could soothe yourself and remind yourself that your daughter's going to be okay? No matter what happens, she's going to be okay. If she does, if she lets you know, yes, in fact, I am a lesbian, or yes, I like to dress this way now, that to remind yourself she's going to be okay. No matter who she is now, who she is when she's 20, 25, so on, she's going to be okay. She has a loving, solid family that loves her and supports her no matter who she is. Those are the messages that your daughter really wants to hear from you, that you're behind her, you've got her back, and you're also helping her to explore who she is in a safe way by asking her self-reflective questions. So the idea is to work on, to help yourself with your fear so that you can then create a safe space to have open dialogue with her and be able to share some of your concerns, ask her her thoughts, her thinking, her feelings, so that you can create and maintain that connection while she's exploring who she is and becoming who she's meant to be. So hopefully this has given you some food for thought. I'd love to hear your thoughts below. If you're watching this on YouTube, I hope you'll subscribe to my channel and click on that little bell to get notifications when new videos are available. And please check out my website, barbsteinberg.com. I have lots of online e-courses for parents. One of them is specifically about how to connect with your daughter. Another one is about talking to your teens, tools for a happy household, giving you lots of tools on how to have great conversations, and many more. So I hope that you'll check those out. Thanks for listening and have a great day.